Folks, we have upsets in rivalry weekend. They are synonymous with college football. They are synonymous with the college football world. And they are synonymous with rivalries. Okay. I have 6 on the board right there. I've ranked them in terms of least likely upset to most likely upset. And the way I do upsets is I take teams with a point spread of 6, at least 6 or more. Okay. If it's less than 6, I don't really count it. If it's 6 or more, I count it and put it on the upset alert meter. Last week was the first week where none of the upset alert teams lost. We didn't have a single upset last weekend. Bummer, boo-hoo. I have a feeling this week we will have a few. Maybe even none of these games happen, but I believe one of these will. Now, Oregon at Washington is the least likely upset on my board in this one, strictly because I'm not sure I believe in the Huskies right now. However, again, it's on the board, and it's on the board for a reason, okay? Second least likely is LSU at Oklahoma, strictly because Oklahoma's offense is abysmal and it looks like they're stuck in quicksand for the entire football game. The drive chart for them, it was punt, 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 touchdown, touchdown, field goal, punt, 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 punt against Missouri. If you didn't catch all those, that was 11 punts, ladies and gentlemen. 11 in one game. They won that football game, by the way. They had more punts. They almost had more punts as they did points, and they won the football game. That is why it's on the upset alert meter, even though that defense is incredible. Miami at Pitt is my third least likely upset. Miami's favored by 6.5. Look, Bayesian Heinschel, quarterback for Pitt, he has all the tools. He has all the weapons on the outside. He has that probably halfway filled out stadium to play in that will be backing him to beat the Hurricanes and possibly get into the ACC title game. All of that will be behind him. That's kind of how I see that one playing out, but I don't love it, so it's going to be a little lower on the board. And then at Ole Miss and at Mississippi State, Ole Miss is favored by 7 right now on the road. Cowbells clanging, bang, 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 bang. That's my best cowbell sound. You don't think Mississippi State wants to beat Lane Kiffin the last time possibly ever he plays in the Egg Bowl on Black Friday, 11 a.m.? You don't think Mississippi State, Jeff Lebby, those fans want to see Lane Kiffin go out with an L? They do, folks. That's why it's at number 3 on the board. And then Alabama, Auburn is at number 2, second most likely upset. Bama favored by 6.5. Wouldn't shock me at all to see this happen. And what I'm about to say with Ohio State and Michigan may not make any sense whatsoever, and I understand that. Oh, if Ohio State loses to Michigan, it will shock me, but I'm going to put it at number 1 on the most likely upset board because that game sometimes makes no sense. Okay, so it could shock me, but also I could see it coming. Makes no sense, but sometimes upsets are that way. It's just like the Red River rivalry. You just throw everything out when you get to that football game, and you do the same thing when it gets to the game. Which one of these upsets happens on Saturday/Friday? You let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I love you guys. Bye.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game.
25, 40, 45, 50, 45. There it goes.